You're now live.
We're live.
It's fall seller update.
I was going to say
Day.
spring seller update.
No, this is fall. We got our good tinfoil hats going here.
Which I made.
We'll see if anybody's around.
Yeah, handcrafted.
Handcrafted new hats. Especially for today.
Seller update day.
Seller update day. Yes, get your
Ooh.
tinfoil hats ready.
Ooh.
Does it work better sideways? They look like dunce hats.
It works better sideways. It keeps the bad mojo out.
Oh, does it? Does it?
Yeah.
I like that idea. If you are watching this in the replay on YouTube, you're watching the replay of our live Instagram chat.
Oh, I guess we should say what today is. Today is September 4th.
September 4th, 2019. It is fall seller update day for eBay. So we're going to review the fall seller update.
Yes, they're dunce hats.
Yeah, or tinfoil hats. Mine keeps falling off. I evidently have an abnormally large head.
A bulbous head.
I evidently have a bulbous head. So we'll let everybody kind of jump on here before we get into it. I'm going to take my hat off because it keeps falling off and it's bothering me. Yeah, you just wear yours. This is like the, right? Yes, the tinfoil hats are fun. eBay sellers are often accused of having tinfoil hats and tinfoil hat theories and all of that. So just kind of a fun little play as we wait for everybody to join us. Yours fits better than mine. But yeah, so I am looking at the fall 2019 fall seller update. So we'll go through each of the different categories. There are 4 marketplace updates, growth tools, inventory optimization, and seller protection and policy updates. We'll see what you all have to think about it. Or think about it, say it about it,
Say it about it?
whatever.
Say about it?
I was up
Discuss?
early. I'm tired.
You're tired?
That's not true. I've had a lot of coffee. Don't let them steal your thoughts. Exactly. Don't let them get in your head.
They don't want my thoughts.
So, what do you want to start with?
Oh, just throw it out
I think we should go backwards.
there. Backwards?
Yes.
That's not out of the ordinary.
Looking, but I haven't been able to find it. Whereas, I had it sent to me. I don't know. So, seller protections and policy updates.
What you need to know.
What you need to know. So I'm just going to read it to you. Additional protections, benefits for top-rated sellers, new return shipping label credit for false claims, refund deduction for used or damaged returns, simpler policies to help you run your business, correct a policy issue and continue selling without penalty, automatic updates of existing listings to supported return policies, and return exception for jewelry and watches. So a lot of this was discussed at eBay Open.
Okay.
So if you watched everybody's stories and that sort of thing, a lot of this is just going to be a review of things they said at eBay Open. So additional seller protections. We protect sellers from abusive buying behavior and events outside of their control. Top-rated sellers who reside in the U.S. and list on .com. You watch for comments.
Oh,
Also receive additional protections benefits when they offer 30-day or longer returns. Now, keep in mind, that's not free returns. That's just 30-day or longer. They are eligible for shipping credit for false, item not as described, INED claims, and they can protect themselves by deducting up to 50% from refunds for decreased value on used or damaged returns.
all right. I'm going to stop you here. This might be a long one.
It'll only let me go for an hour, so talk fast.
Oh, how do they determine it's a false INED?
I believe you have to call in still. There is a way, though. There's going to be a new thing in the Seller Hub that you can click on and Most of them are pretty clear.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I see a lot of false sign ads. Everything's an ad.
I thought you could only offer, yes, you can only offer 30-day or longer. That's true, but you can have no returns. So if you were a no return seller, then that wouldn't apply. Yes, it does go on to say that the refund of the shipping label cost. So if you get a false sign ad and eBay says, yep, this is a false sign ad, they will refund you the cost of your shipping label up to $6.
So if it costs you $20,
You get $6. If it costs you $4.82, you get $4.82.
Interesting how that works.
So it's up to $6. Up to a 50% refund deduction, so you can reduce the amount that you are refunding the buyer if it comes back damaged or whatever by 50%. So then it goes on to say, yes, if you're
no
yeah,
return
that's
seller.
yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
If you're a no return seller, you don't get that protection. They're simplifying their policies to make them easier to understand. Again, this was all set at eBay Open. If we flag a listing for potential policy issue, we'll give you the opportunity to correct the issue and avoid disruptions to your businesses. We'll clearly communicate the issue to you and advise specific actions you need to correct it. So if you make a mistake, they're not going to just, hack away at you right away.
Oh, you must be top rated also for the seller thing.
Yes, if you're top rated and the buyer falsely claims item, not as described, a false item not described. So then let's see, if you have a potential policy issue, they're changing all of this so that you're gonna have an easier time fixing those listings. Yes, they will take your listing down and hide it. So we'll introduce a new enforcement measure called hide all listings, that's in quotes, that will temporarily hide all of your listings in buyers' eBay search results and browsing while you correct a policy issue. So rather than end all of your listings or suspend your account, they're going to hide your listings. After you correct the issue, all of your listings will be visible in search and browsing again, and you won't lose any of your items' sales history. So, so you don't want policy issues. So that's like a Vero claim or, any of those kinds of things. So updated return policies, yes. It is 30-day returns, free 30-day returns, 60-day returns, free 60-day returns, or no returns. Those are the only return policies that you can have. This change will not apply to certain product categories with unique retail standards. Sellers who list in collectibles and arts, cameras and photos, medical and mobility categories can continue to offer 14-day returns. In addition, we are updating the returns policy for jewelry and watches starting in November. Items in this category can be offered with 14-day returns. So that's basic. So yes, one item that is out of compliance will affect all of your listings. Yes, it will. But instead of getting like the 7-day suspension or whatever, then they're just going to hide them all until you fix that. So
just when in doubt. Just when in doubt, if you question authenticity of something, just stay away from it.
Yeah.
That's my suggestion. I mean, you run your business how you want to, but.
All right, so let's move to inventory optimization. Inventory optimization. What you need to know. Category changes, new item-specific recommendations and requirements, simplified pricing options for cars and trucks. What is considered out of compliance? Anything that is a policy violation.
Anything that's, a fake item. I'm going to say it.
A stock photo. I know where he's going.
She said it.
Your item gets pulled for a stock photo. Gets pulled for inauthentic. Gets pulled for Let's say you list a medical device that is a prescription medical device. That is a non-compliant item on the site. So
Keyword spamming, is that considered?
I don't think so. Anything that would cause your listing to get pulled. So, category changes to create a more intuitive shopping experience. Starting this fall, category changes, including additions, removals, and renames, will go into effect. Category updates will create more intuitive buying, selling, and search experience and bring eBay into closer alignment with eBay industry classifications. The updates will also help international buyers find your items. If you listed an item in one of the below categories and your listing is impacted by these changes, this is important, eBay will automatically move your listing to the most relevant category. All right, so changes effective October 15th, 2019. Here we go. Business and industrial, cameras and photos, cell phones and accessories, clothing, shoes and accessories, computers, tablets and networking, consumer electronics, home and garden, toys and hobbies, video games and consoles. Yeah, that's going to be fun. Changes effective January 28th, 2020. Kids and teens at home, bath, yard, garden, and outdoor living, wholesale lots, home improvement, pet supplies, baby, and crafts. That's a lot of them. So, there is then a link that you can go into to see the impacted categories for more information. I won't go through all that. Yes, listing recalled items. That's a good one too for that compliance issue. Here's the thing to know about that. So, let's say lamp parts and accessories is going to change from lamp parts and accessories to lamp parts. The category number within eBay changes. Mm-hmm. When that listing changes from parts and accessories to just parts,
your stuff isn't online anymore.
No, it's still online.
Right.
Because eBay's going to automatically move it.
Oh, they're going to move it. Okay.
But the item specifics and the item specific requirements may have changed. So if you didn't have all of your item specifics filled out, or they change and the one you selected no longer applies, then that listing may not be online anymore.
Or it will affect your search placement.
At best, it will affect your search placement. At worst, you're going to have to figure that out. So there's probably going to... There's probably going to be some time spent in October revisiting those old listings to make sure that they're A, in the correct category, and B, have all of the correct item specifics filled out.
Yeah. Someone said they had a Homeland Security shirt removed. You can't sell those.
No.
You can't sell like something that says police. You can't sell even FedEx or UPS.
Will get removed.
Anything that someone can wear to kind of trick someone else into believing that they're
an employee of
a company.
Yeah,
they'll remove them. That's just a security thing. So that's why they got removed. So sorry, go on.
That's okay. So will they notify us when a listing is... I believe that is in a different portion of this, but review your listings to make sure they are located in quote-unquote best fit categories. If they are not in the quote-unquote best fit categories, use the eBay tools to revise your items. Listings tab, so you go to the listing tab in Seller Hub, bulk edit functionality, selling manager. If you don't have Seller Hub, then you would go into the file exchange under Seller Manager and Seller. If you're using an off eBay listing tool, be sure to use the new category tree to select the best category for your item so that revisions or relists done through the application result in the item moving to the desired category. So, item specific updates to help your buyers find your items. We're continuing to make it easier to help your buyer find your item. We're adding hundreds of new item specifics across several categories. Item specifics are surfaced in order of importance and frequency of use in buyer search. Some item specifics are already required when you create a new listing or revise an existing listing in the home and garden category. Starting October 8th, additional item specifics will be required. If you do not fill out the required item specifics, your listings will not successfully publish. So, with that being said, in early 2020, we'll introduce new requirements in electronics, home and garden, and fashion. So, my assumption would be that if when the new change rolls out and your items get moved into a new category, when they go to automatically relist under good till canceled, they will not automatically relist if they do not have the correct item specifics. So that's what we're going to see start happening. So that would be how they would notify you that your listing needs some revisions.
And again, if you sell in any of these categories, just keep an eye on your items, verify that your item specifics are correct. I know it's going to be a pain, but if your item gets, isn't seen, or even if it's just dropped in search because you don't have the correct item specifics in there, it's going to hurt your sales.
Yeah, so definitely just be filling out those item specifics so that they're already there. So when you get migrated over, your items are fine and you just move through seamlessly. There is simplified pricing option for high volume vehicle sellers. I will assume nobody here is selling more than 6 vehicles during a calendar year. If you are, then
You need to be a
God
licensed
bless ya.
car dealer too.
So let's move on because it should be found in your unsolds. Fabulously Frugal would be, again, how I would assume that would happen. So let's move on to growth tools. Send offers to buyers that have items in their carts. Negotiate offers to buyers with a new counteroffer feature. Access promoted listings from a mobile device and My eBay. Remove a duplicate promoted and non-promoted listings in search. Increased visibility for promoted listings in search results. Access TerraPeak, the eBay Insights tool in Seller Hub.
Someone says, should we go in now and review our listings or wait?
I would wait. I would make sure that any listing you have right now, you are filling out all the item specifics that you can. Just to make sure. But the category changes haven't all migrated onto the site. What did it say? Like October 15th or whatever?
Whatever the date says.
So it's going to be a minute and your listings may not be into that new category yet. So it doesn't make much sense to do it yet until you start seeing those new category names and titles. All right, so we're introducing new offers to buyers features that will help you reach more buyers and negotiate your offers. So previously in Seller Hub, you could only send offers to buyers that were watching your items. The new offers to buyer feature will allow you to send offers to additional buyers that have added your item to their cart but have not checked out within 5 days. So that's good. More potential people to send offers to. Offers to buyers works great. Negotiate your offers with buyers with a new counteroffer feature. Currently, when you send an offer to a buyer, the buyer can only accept or reject your offer. Starting in early October, we will add a counteroffer option that will allow you and a buyer to negotiate an offer by exchanging up to 5 offers and counteroffers for each negotiation. Seller Hub users will be able to select or deselect the counteroffer capability. The counteroffer feature will be available in additional seller flows over time. So I don't love the counteroffer feature.
Why not?
You were like, what do you care? I like the fact that they either take it or don't. Buy it or don't. I don't care.
But, and again, and I said this, I said, you know what? If we're selling a jacket for $200 and the guy comes in at 180 and you go back and forth and you finally, after 5 offers, agree to like 170, would you be okay selling the jacket for 170? Especially if you got like $5 or $10 into it.
I get it. I do like the fact, though, that you can, yes, reseller project, you can opt out of that feature. So if you're like me and you're like, buy it or don't buy it, people, eBay's going to let you opt out. It says, that you'll be able to turn it off. So I like that. That's nice. I'm liking that. But it says users will be able to select or deselect the counteroffer capability. So that's nice. I negotiate when they start the negotiations. When I start the negotiations, this is how it's going to go. I'll probably rethink that policy. Now, you can conveniently access promoted listings on any device that uses iOS or Android operating systems. As an extension to the features available in Seller Hub, mobile access gives you the ability to create and manage your promoted listings at any time. So that's cool. You're going to be able to set your promoted listing rates and all of that good jazz on any mobile device.
Yes.
All right, so here's where we get to the fun stuff. Put back on your phone. All right, starting in September 2019, we will no longer show duplicate, promoted, and non-promoted listings on the search results page. If you are using promoted listings, only one of your listings, either promoted or non-promoted, will appear in a given set of search results, giving buyers a cleaner, more relevant search experience. We will select which listing to display based on factors such as listing, quality, relevancy to the buyer's search, and ad rate. Promoted listings will continue to appear outside search on other pages such as homepage, product pages, and other prominent locations. So let me kind of explain this for anybody who's like, what the heck did she just say? So currently, when you promote your listing shows up twice in search results. Mm-hmm. That was one of the major advantages to paying the additional fee for promoted listings.
Promoted listing, you only paid a fee if it's sold on promoted listing. It had a good chance of selling just on the organic listing.
But you got in search twice. So your item would show up under the promoted listings, sponsored banner, and organically.
But that was the whole thing where they said with promoted listing, hey, if it sells organically, you don't have to sell it. You know, the promoted listing works so good. It's going to sell a promoted listing, you have to pay for it.
Now, only one of those search results is going to show up. So your promoted item may only show up as promoted. So the only chance you had to sell it was off of the promoted listing. Or it may only show up organically. Whether or not it so they are going to show the promoted listing and, well...
That's not what they said.
So whether or not the promoted listing shows or the organic listing shows, the organic one being the one you did not pay extra for, is based on such factors such as listing quality, relevancy to buyer search, and ad rate. So relevancy, somebody's going to say that I'm trying to promote coaching. Totally not. If you've been in my coaching group and we have talked about relevancy and how to increase your relevancy, start reviewing all of that stuff. Because if you want those organic listings to show up so you don't have to pay that additional promoted listing fee, you're going to have to be more relevant within buyer search. So
I'm irrelevant.
I know. There you go. But you have a cool hat, so it's good.
I do have a cool hat.
So is what it is. Increased visibility for promoted listing and search results.
We're just gonna skip on.
It's the next thing. In our ongoing effort to optimize the visibility of promoted listing payments, we're shifting to a mix of promoted and non-promoted listings at the top of search results. Now, a mixture of promoted and non-promoted listings will be eligible to appear in the top search rankings. This is designed to balance visibility for both promoted and organic non-promoted listings depending on the relevance to a buyer's search and the quality of it. So eBay will choose whether to show my no fee item or my extra fees for their listing. Yes, Save with Sue. That is correct. Depending on relevancy to a buyer's search and quality of a seller's listing. Right now, promoted listings can only take up so many spots on that first page. Looks like that's going to be a more equal mix now. So it just is what it is. So yes, promoted listings do cycle, but the amount of times you get into that cycle is going to depend on your relevancy, your ad rate, the quality of your listing. If you have a crud listing, if your relevancy is horrible to that product, to what that buyer's searching for, you can promote at 100%. It's not going to matter. Your listing isn't going to show. So meaning that, let's say I promoted a dog toy at 100%. If you go in and you search blue sweater, my dog toy is never going to show up. It's completely irrelevant to what the buyer is searching for. So I could be cycling in as much as I want. So there is some amount of, those things play into it. Seems like they're taking away incentive to. I don't think they're taking away incentive to use promoted listings. I actually feel like it's complete the opposite. Promoted listings is giving you that opportunity to be in search when maybe your organic listing wasn't going to show up. So it's kind of like putting 2 fishing poles with hooks in the water instead of just one.
Well, no, because with your...
But you only have one fish. I know where you're going. So it doesn't show up twice, but the chances of my listing showing up on the first page, if I only have an organic listing...
You're using one pole, but using better bait.
Okay, there you go.
You're not using 2 poles. If you're using 2 poles, you would have...
That's true.
2 listings up.
Okay. You are correct.
You heard it.
And depending on if they need... So, I feel like I had that when so it's just a change. And Reseller Project says, what eBay developers told me is that your organic search is on the first page and you are up for a promoted listing, your organic listing will be bumped. I'm not sure I understand that. If your item shows organically, but it's promoted, it will show on the suggested listings. Yes. So what if you're vegetarian and don't like fish? Well, then I don't know what to say to you. Moving right along.
Moving right along. I'm selling tinfoil hats, by the way.
I only have 20 minutes left before Instagram cuts me off. Terapeak. Now you can access Terapeak in the eBay Insights tool in the Seller Hub. So Terapeak is an exclusive eBay Insights tool now available in Seller Hub under the Research tab, previously called the Growth tab. Terapeak uses recent eBay supply, demand, and pricing data to help you determine what to sell, when to sell it, and at what price. Terapeak features are being implemented in Seller Hub. You will no longer need to leave eBay.com to use the tool. So we encourage you to use Terapeak in the Seller Hub before the change.
We'll have to do a video on
Terapeak.
Would you guys like
that? My Matt will buy a hat. Matt, that's Terapeak is free to basic, premium, anchor, and enterprise eBay store subscribers. Starter store subscribers and non-store sellers can subscribe to Terapeak on a monthly or yearly basis.
And at that point, it might be worth it to just get a store subscription.
If that is something that you are interested in. All right, so marketplace updates. This is the last one. Whew, we're almost through it. New managed payment features and more ways for buyers to pay. Easier ways to refund and new seller protections. preview of what's coming in managed payments, and increase your business efficiency with multi-user account access. So, but there is one really good note in here, so don't leave me yet. We announced managed payment, which gives buyers more ways to pay at checkout. We recently added Google Pay, PayPal, and PayPal Credit as forms of payment to managed payments, which already included cards, debit cards, gift cards, and Apple Pay. So that's fantastic. New features that give you greater control and more visibility into your business. Seller-initiated refunds for full or partial amounts, easier order management, efficiently track and manage your order from order initiation to payout. In the coming weeks, we'll add new business management features. New finances APIs. If you integrate using eBay APIs, you can update your integrations to view your payment information. Issue multiple seller-initiated refunds. Participating sellers will be able to issue more than one refund per order, up to the full order amount. This is this is the important thing in this section of the update. In the future, we will add simplified payment for shipping labels. You'll have the option to deduct shipping label fees from your pending payout. This is fantastic.
Yeah, because we talked about this last week or the week before. One of our videos, we talked about when they go to the new payment processor, got to make sure you have money in there to cover for shipping. Now you're going to be able to just deduct from the money you have in that account pending the payout to you.
Yes, so you will not have to be funding your PayPal account in order to buy eBay shipping labels. Yeah. So that's fantastic news. I'm thrilled to read that. It makes so much more sense. It's exactly how Etsy does it. Mm-hmm. They just reduce my payout amount.
Yeah. Reseller project. If you show up on the first page of search, say you're selling something that there's only 5 of, you don't need to promote it. You're going to show up on that first page no matter what. If it's that rare, you're just throwing your money away.
Yeah, that listing is bumped in the alley. So the rollout of managed payments to all eBay sellers is a multi-year journey and is currently available on a limited basis. In time, managed payments will be part of how all sellers run their businesses. We do know that they are migrating in more and more sellers all the time. Increase your business efficiency with multi-user access. Now you can grant permissions to other users to have access to your account and perform specific functions on your behalf. Multi-user account access can improve your business efficiency by providing additional support for basic listing functions without exposing your password and critical business information to designated users. Something, again, that we heard about at Open. So you can authorize somebody to go in and just list for you. Hoping they fix some stuff with multi-user accounts. Thread NB Online says, I had an assistant doing drafts for me and she could not access my templates for the listings. So yeah, it looks like that you're probably in that still beta, and it looks like
those might be resolved.
Those things are coming, because they can create and edit drafts, publish and revise listings, whatever. So that is fantastic. If you have an employee and you are looking to, let them access your account by listing, but you don't necessarily want them to be able to access your financial information or see how much money you made or see what your fees are, kind of all that kind of good stuff. Yeah. So overall, like most updates, some things I'm happy about, some things I don't really love at all. But it's their playground.
It's it used to be just twice a year. Now it's 3-4 times a year. We got to deal with this, so.
The Real Deal says, I'm setting up access for my husband because one of us clicks a notification, the other doesn't get it. That makes sense. Frugal Living says, yes, there's a few glitches with the multi-user access. I haven't been able to access my own drafts because it auto defaults to the other account. Yeah, I'm sure as they roll it out completely, it will, just like anything else, it'll get better and better as it goes on. But yeah, so some things I don't love. Not in love with the fact that I'm going to lose my second search result listing
With the promoted listing.
with the promoted listing. Don't love that.
No.
Don't love the fact that I'm going to have to revisit old listings to make sure I have all my item specifics into whatever the new item specific is. Don't love that. But I do love the fact that when we go to managed payments, I'm not going to have to fund my PayPal account.
Yeah, that was
That's
was a nice,
fantastic.
Yeah.
I am happy with more seller protections. I'm happy that even if it's only $6 that I get back for my shipping credit,
It's better than zero.
it's $6.
Yeah.
And, we get fall sign ads. We had one this week.
Everybody gets them.
So happy at least it's $6. So happy to have some more seller protection and for them to recognize that fall sign ads happen.
Yeah, they knew it. They knew it.
So I'm glad to see that they're going to put their money where their mouth is when they say that they're going to protect us more. So some good and some bad. But overall,
I've seen worse updates.
I've seen worse.
I've seen a lot worse.
Cheers to that.
Yeah, not happy about the managed payments, or not the managed, the
Promoted
promoted
listings.
listing thing, but what can you do?
So if you edit an old listing and you do sell similar, the new item specifics should show up, but might not be the truth for today because all of those new category
They're
restrictions,
not out yet, yeah.
all of that hasn't rolled out yet. And so until that is completely rolled out, you might, some of them may already be rolled out, but if they're not, you might just be spinning your wheels if you did it today. So just fill out all your item specifics. Anybody have any other thoughts? I will save this to YouTube later today. Last minute thoughts, questions, concerns. Anybody need a tinfoil hat?
Terapeak is interesting. I'm interested to see how far back you can go back in the sales history. Why are you giving me that look?
I don't love Therapy. I had a return on the buyer wanted the initial shipping and eBay side with the buyer since I didn't have initial.
A new item specific.
I didn't have initial shipping not refunded on the listings. Oh, that's weird. Yes, after the new rollout, I don't know if just editing would show the new item specifics or not. Until we see how they're going to handle items that aren't in the correct category or don't have the new required item specifics, we just won't know. Mm-hmm. There is going to be, Fabulously Frugal or anybody else watching, there is going to be a live eBay chat on the eBay community forums where eBay employees will be monitoring the chat and answering questions. That would be a great question. If anybody gets that question answered and can show me, like in black and white where they answer it.
Can I bring my fire and pitchfork?
No, I don't think it's worthy of that. Then send it to me and I will repost it. There is supposed to be some sort of new pay-per-click promotion rolling out, plus Size Pretty Shop. They did talk about that at Open. From what I've heard, though, it's not necessarily for
small sellers.
So I don't see anything about that in this update. It should be this afternoon, Fabulously Frugal. I don't know the exact time. I'm sure it's on the eBay. I'm sure it'll be on the eBay for Business Facebook page, though. When I made a new listing, the shipping was freight, and now my other listings are freight. Do not know. So in Thrift, woke up to 4 sales. Yay! That's awesome. That's awesome. So we'll see how all of this changes, but I will say we have been through far worse updates than this. And
far worse.
Lived to tell the tale and still pay all of our bills.
And we're still selling on eBay. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what that says about us, but
well, you just got to roll with the changes. Yeah. I mean, if you want to sell on eBay,
it's their playground. They get to decide.
You just got to roll with whatever. Yeah. Whatever they're shoveling that day. Is the way I'll put it. But,
yeah,
you
but
know,
we've
I
done
mean,
really well, and our sales
Yeah.
continue to increase, and so we will
Well, and-
assess this and move on.
and there's been some where we look at it and we're like, well, how are we going to sell now? How are we going to do this? But yet,
We figured it out.
years later, we're here and we're still selling. I mean,
Yep.
you just adapt.
Yep, adjust and conquer.
Yeah.
So, go fight win. Will increasing percentage on promoted listings help with only having one placement rather than two? In theory, it would, but it also, your percentage is not the only qualification as to whether or not that promoted listing is going to show up at the top of search. It's also your relevancy factor to, is this what the buyer is looking for?
It's the item, the desirability of the item as well. I mean, if it's something that's not desirable to a buyer, doesn't matter if you promote it or give it away for free. If nobody wants it, they're not
Nobody
gonna.
wants
Nobody wants it. Yeah. So you've got to really take a lot of things into account when determining what your promoted listing. You just don't go with the 100%.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, and what you're listing on eBay.
yeah,
You're going to have to be really strategic in your listing.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, and I mean, we could be selling winter coats in the middle of summer if, you know.
yeah, and
mean,
I could be
people are-
promoting them at 100% and it's still not going to do me any good because
It's summer. People don't
it's
want
not
winter
relevant.
coats. Yeah.
So, you're just going to have to, be really strategic with your promoted listings reseller project. Absolutely. Anybody who thinks that you can just put it up online and it'll sell, those days are probably gone.
Oh, absolutely.
So you're going to need to be more strategic in your listing and your sourcing and the way you run your business.
Yeah, yeah, and the best suggestion I can have on that one is just run tests.
Yeah.
Run small tests. If you see traction on a specific test, run a larger test. Get your own data because everybody sells different things. We all sell different things
In different ways.
in different
and-
ways, so one answer is not going to cover for everybody.
Yeah, so be strategic about it.
Yeah.
All right, guys, have a great day. Don't let it scare you.
This will be up on YouTube.
Yeah.
If you're on YouTube, you're obviously watching on YouTube, so you know.
Then, comment, subscribe, hit the like button,
Yeah, all that stuff.
all that good stuff. Watch all the way till the end. I don't know, whatever. But yes, have a great day. Don't let this scare you. There's still a lot of money to be made.
No, and we'll be back next week.
Next week, Thursday.
Oh, Thursday.
Back to our
Oh, that's right.
regular Bat Time Bat channel.
Yep.
Bye, everybody.